I'm Andrea Noline. I'm here at Sundance 2012, and we're covering the red carpet for Red Hook Summer.
I'm Yahmonee Hedrick at the Sundance Film Festival 2012 at the red carpet for Red Hook Summer. They're almost here.
What's your name and what was your role in this movie?
My name is Kimberly Aber Gregory, and I'm playing Sister Sweet.
Could you relate to your part in the movie and all?
Actually, I could. She plays a church-going lady, so I have a real church-going background, and it felt a little Southern in the styling of the church, so I'm a Southern gal, so I kind of dug that.
What kind of advice would you give to youth that would be interested in acting?
I would say study it. It looks really easy, but it's an art form, and it's to be studied, and get as much information about everything that you can. Know a lot, and then you can do a lot.
What was it like working with Spike Lee?
He's amazing. He's amazing, generous. You know, he wants to be a mentor, and I think that's the most important thing. He got a lot of people. You guys probably don't recognize our faces, so that's a big plus for him. He's not a guy who's looking for all stars, but he's looking for great talent, and so that really, really makes us feel good. He's great. He's really great.
Hi. Can you tell us your name and the role in the movie?
My name is Heather Alicia Sims, and I'm playing Sister Shirley.
What kind of advice would you give to, younger actors?
I would tell them to be persistent, and if you believe in yourself, you need to study. You need to go to school, because school is the most important thing that you can do, because being an actor is all about reading and researching, all of those things that we're taught in history class and English class. So I would tell you to just, try and be the best student that you can be.
Could you relate to your part in the movie at all?
Yeah, she's a woman from Brooklyn, and so am I, and she has a daughter. I don't have any children, but, she's a woman of faith, and so I relate on those levels.
Were there any challenges in acting this part?
The biggest challenge was the heat, because we filmed this in the middle of this past summer, and it was really hot. We were going through a heat wave in New York City, and there were times when we were in these apartment buildings and there was no air conditioning, because you can't use air conditioning, when you're filming. And so we're hot and we're sweating, and that was the most uncomfortable thing. How old are you two?
I'm 12 and he's 11.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
My name is Jules Taylor Brown, and my role in this film was Flick. And he's a kid from Atlanta who has a grandfather in New York that he's never met before, but his mom drops him off at New York for the summer, and he has to adjust to a totally new environment.
Could you relate to your part in any way?
Since Flick had to adjust to things that he hasn't done before and do things that he really didn't want to do, I could relate to just not wanting to do things that I didn't want to do.
Did you have a Red Hook Summer love yourself?
A Red Hook Summer love? No, but I do like the people that are in Red Hook though.
And how was it like working with Spike Lee?
I think it's pretty cool to get close to somebody who's been very, very successful, and it's not like they're like a stuck-up celebrity. They're like a cool person, like somebody that would be your friend even if they weren't very successful.
Thank you so much.
My name is Coleman Domingo. My role is Blessing Rowe, and Blessing Rowe is a mysterious stranger who comes in and then eventually wreaks havoc.
Could you relate to your part in any way?
Yes, because I am a mysterious stranger and I like to wreak havoc. No, but honestly, no. But I can relate honestly to the character in many ways. I mean, it's a character who has had a mistrust in his faith. Some things have happened in his life where he doubted faith because of some circumstances that happened to him. So that's something, I think a question that we all have in our lives sometimes. Like, you question when bad things happen. Does God exist and things like that? And so it's about that, and at least my character.
What challenges did you have for this film?
Okay, first of all, your questions are fantastic. What challenges did I have for this film? The challenges that I had, is to be as honest and as truthful as possible. Honestly, it was shot in 10 days, and it's like a lot of big themes, and it's about a lot of important things that I think that not only in African American communities, but communities with people don't have voices in their community. You want to get underneath that truth and really, express as much as you can. So, I researched, I did everything I could because you want to be as honest as possible and not give any fabrication of a character. You want to actually just be truthful.
And how is it like working with Spike Lee?
How's it working with Spike Lee? Spike Lee is like, I said it earlier, it's like working with like the best basketball coach ever. He's like a game man. He's like, the way he's like, get in there, you feel a part of it. You feel his energy. There are times when he's even like, if some character is supposed to be yelling, he may even be yelling in the background too. So you're all in it together. You know what I mean? It's not this division. He's running the show. He's a great leader, and so you just give it up to that. It's great. It's phenomenal. It's working with, it's like working with I don't know, the best composer, the best painter. He's the best filmmaker. So it's fantastic.
Thank you so much. What was your role in this film?
My name is Fred Tolliver Jr., and I play the role of Born Knowledge in the film of Blood.
Could you relate to your character at all?
Not at all. I had to do a lot of research. This guy's he's a Blood, a part of a gang, and I've never been in a gang myself, so it's a lot of research and, talking to actual members of the organization, the gang, and, a lot of, just making, as ifs, making things up as if I was a Blood, and, we spent a lot of time with, real Bloods in Red Hook, and over the course of the time that we spent, I felt really comfortable, and I know who this guy was, and that's pretty much, the Born Knowledge.
My name is James Mcbride. I'm the co-writer and co-producer of the film, Red Hook Summer.
Did you have a Red Hook summer love when you were a child?
Did I have a
Red Hook summer love when you were a child?
That's a very good question. No, when I was no, I didn't have a summer love when I was too shy as a child to love anything, really. I was more interested in what was there to eat in the house. But no, I didn't have a summer love. I did, though, have many friends, and I always wanted to get out of the city. I always wanted to leave the projects when I was a kid.
Thank you so much.
Where are you guys from? Where are you from?
We're on native ground from Sacramento, California.
Wow, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
My name is Tehran Kofi Allen, and I was Butter in the film Red Silk Summer.
Could you relate to your character in any way?
Excuse me?
Could you relate to your character in any way?
Personally, well, yes, I can relate to him, and I play a Blood in the film. And the funny thing is, I do a retreat every year where I take gang members, primarily Bloods, to not a resort, but to a camp area for the whole weekend. And we talk about life, we talk about God, we talk about Christ the whole weekend. And actually being with these guys every single day for 3 days, I began to understand their mentality. I get to understand why they do what they do. And the thing is, when I was doing this role, Butter, I was able to take it from a different angle. Except, mostly when you look at a gang member, you look at a Blood, you look at them from a point of view where it's just nothing but negative. But what I realized that these people are people, they're people. They're people too, with same human emotions. They do have fears, they do have concerns, and a lot of the time, they're not doing this out of that they just want to hurt somebody, they just want to kill somebody. No, they don't do it out of that. But for the most part, they do it out of a desperation because of their surroundings or things of that nature. They get sucked into a environment that just begins to kill the human and the heart inside of them, and and a lack of money, lack of a lot of things. I can go on and on. So I was able to take the role in that perception, with that perception, as opposed to the normal stereotypical perception of the character. And how I relate to the character, though, I relate with his emotions, I relate with his feelings, and primarily, hopefully, outside the character, me myself can help look at them in real light and try to give of myself, give of my time, and give whatever I can to help them get out of the situation they are in, so they don't have to commit the violence and the things that they do today. So that's a great question, man. I never And I never looked at it like that, but yeah, that's exactly how I look at it. Who are you guys?
We're on native ground. We're
on native ground, okay.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Spike.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
What was your role in this film?
My name is Nate Parker, and I portray the role of Box. He's a young man who basically left the church when his mother passed away. He felt like he didn't have the support, so he found a family in gangs. And he basically tries to pull the young kid out of his innocence into that gang life, and a grandfather helps to keep him away from it.
Can you relate to your character in any way?
Yes, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, so I come from humble beginnings. So I knew a lot of people like this, a lot of people that have that anger, and there was never really a context to put it in. And a lot of times when you see someone's upset, when they're in a community that's underserved, you need to ask yourself the questions like, how did they get there? Why are they so discouraged? Why are they despondent? So you can figure out the ways to make them feel better, to make bigger goals. And this young person represents, hope in this community, and I think you'll enjoy the movie.
Challenges did you face making this movie?
If I had to say there was any challenge at all, it was more just doing the research, finding this person, so I could be able to tell the truth on screen, so it'd be believable. He's a very complex character, he's very complex, he's very angry, so I had to figure out where that anger came from, so I wouldn't just acting like I'm angry. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, I'm Kimberly Abear Gregory, and I'm on native ground.
My name is Jules Brown, and I'm on native ground.
Hey, this is Heather Alicia Sims, and I'm chilling with On Native Ground.
My name is James Mcbride, co-writer of Spike Lee's Red Hook Summer, and I'd like to give a big shout out for On Native Ground, young people, not so young people, speaking to the true American people. What a proud moment this is to see you and to say thank you for your welcoming and kindness that you've given to this nation for the last 400 and some odd years. Thank you very much.
You guys are great.
How you doing? My name's Coleman Domingo, and you're on Native Ground.
Hello, my name is Fred Tolliver. I play the role of Born Knowledge in the film, and huge shots out to our native ground. Hey, my name is Tehran Kofi Allen. I'm in Red Hook Summer, Spike Lee's joint, and I'm on native ground. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, this is Nate Parker from the film Red Hook Summer, and you are currently on native ground. Did that work?
Thank you so much for your time.
You guys stick with it, man.
Spike. Can you have a t-shirt?
All right.
All right, thank you.
Where's your camera?
Would you mind doing a shout out for Our Native Ground? Just
All
say
right.
your name and
This is Spike Lee. What's up? You're checking out Our Native Ground.
Well, thank you so much. It's an honor.
Cool.